before we start our class, let's begin with a prayer. Everybody stand up. So let us put ourselves into the holy presence of God. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thank you, Lord, for all the blessings that you have given unto us. We thank you for the food that we eat today. Bless my students, my co-teachers in this day. Guide us always in their studies and protect us from any evil. All of these who ask for your Son, Jesus Christ, our Lord, and Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So everyone, please be seated now. I'm going to check your attendance. As I call your name, please raise your right hand and say present. So, Alcantara, Alingasa, Ampo, Ujungan Jela Marie, Coronica Isra, Sumalinog Raiden, and April Pin. For boys, Alcalde Senior John, Abad Adrian, Bujungan John Mark, Camuro Jeril, Davirao, De La Cruz, Sumalinog, and Rami. So great, you have a perfect attendance for it. So, before we start today's lesson, I want you to pick up some pieces of paper under your chairs and please arrange your chairs properly as well as your table and fix up yourself. I'll give you 3 minutes to fix yourself. So, iinit dito class. Are you done? So, anyway, I'd like to introduce myself to you. I am Miss Rachel Ramos, and I am your English teacher for today, and you can call me Miss Shai. I'm 24 years old and currently teaching at Assumption College of Davao. So, now I want you to recall your understanding about poetry. What is your understanding about poetry? Do you have any idea what poetry is all about? Yes, it's about imaginative. What else? Yes, Miss Alcantara. It's about context of rhymes. Okay, very good. All of your answers are correct. Now, can you please get 1/2 sheet of crosswise, and I want you to answer these following sentences or questions. So please get 1/2 sheet of crosswise and copy these following questions. I will give you 10 minutes and I want you to answer it orally, or I am calling your names individually. So for our number one, what is the first word comes into your mind when you hear the word poetry? And for your number two, please copy these following questions. What is OD poetry all about? And for the third question, what are the possible that can study in this subject? So I want you to copy this in your one crosswise, and then I am going to ask you individually after you finish answering. So your time starts now. Five minutes left. Are you done? 2 minutes left. Okay, papers up. Now I'm going to ask you for question number one. What is the first word that comes into your mind when you hear the word poetry? Yes, Miss Alcantara. Imaginative awareness and language chosen. How about the others? Okay, specific response, emotional response. So okay, for question number one, the first word that comes into our mind when we hear the word Poetry or OD poetry, it's about literature that evokes a concentrated imaginative awareness of experience or a specific emotional response through language chosen and arranged for its meaning, sound, and rhythm. How about number two? What is OD poetry all about? Yes, Mr. Kamuro. Exaltation. Yes, very good. OD poetry is about, it usually marked by exaltation of feeling and style, a varying length of line, and complexity of stanza. How about number three? What are the possible that can study in this poor subject? What are the possible that you interact with your mind? What have you gained, or what are you going to gain with this uh, subject or topic? It allows you to memorialize the significance or the great value of the word poetry, and you're capable to write a rhyme poetry based on your real life situations or personal experiences. So, for your next activity is about this one, the old family photographs. So, this time I want you to open your own cell phones if you have any, or any picture or photographs that you have in your personal things. I want you to choose any of the photographs that interest, or that you find interest and inspiration in your perspective individual life. And what you're going to do now is you are going to uh, write down words that describe the photograph, that describe your chosen photograph, and you're going to write sentimental points or humorous ones based on your chosen pictures. And as you write your uh, humorous or sentimental poetry, I want you to create to create a poetry silently, and after that you are going to pass your papers in front of the table, and I'm giving you 10 minutes to create your poetry. It contains 20 points. Always remember that poetry is that when you are going to make your activity, that always remember that come up to your mind that you are going to elicit your understanding towards the chosen pictures, and I want you to acquire the knowledge to write something about in your personal experiences, because creating a poem, it can make you help your vocabulary development, not just your vocabulary but also it improves your writing skills. 5 minutes. You can write a poem in a short context, but be sure that it's all meaningful and it gives a great impact to your classmates as well as your teacher. You are going to emphasize the context based on your old family photographs or any kind of pictures that you wanted to convey meaningful words. So, for those students that are finished creating their short poem, you may pass your paper in front of my table and so that we can proceed to our next activity. So for our next activity, I want to ask my students to answer the following questions. Let's have very quick oral presentation. I'm going to ask you just 2 questions. So, time is up. This is all your paper. So, I just wanted to ask Mr. Kamuru Junlil. So, for you, what is the importance of poetry in our daily living? This question is graded and the points is depending to your answer. So what is the importance of poetry in our daily living? What is the importance of poetry in our daily living? Any idea? Yes, it become a good communicator. What else? Mr. Abad. Improve writing skills. Okay, very good. Of course, the importance of poetry in our daily living. It will aid us to become a good communicator and improves our writing skills. So you have to be able to convey the true nature of writing a poem, especially that I am asking you to create your own poem. So that scenario or that stage, it conveys the true nature because you become a good writer. So that means when you're creating a poetry, it diving deep into what parts you want them to understand and what you want them to feel and what you want to take home with them that we're going to resonate long after reading. So for the second question, I want to ask Miss Alcantara, how does poetry improve our writing skills? Or how does poetry improve your writing skills? Mm-hmm. Practice. How about Miss Sumalino? What poetry or how does poetry improve your writing skills? Expands vocabulary. Yes, the poetry help students or learners to improve their writing skills because writing poetry, as I have said earlier, that it not only gives you practice in choosing words that convey your ideas in every way, but also it expands your vocabulary development in the process, making it easier to hit the nail on the very end and every time. So hopefully you have cope up your understanding about our discussion for today. And I think I forgot to bring my marker. Forgot to bring my marker. I just something to put words in this blank paper here. So for your assignment, you are going to please take note for your assignment. Get your notebooks and take down what I am saying. So for your assignment, I want you to create a poetry title which emphasize about the nature. You can research online as your guide. Remember always that you can research in Google or any websites, and you're not going to copy the main source that based on what you have seen, because it's not a good idea. You can even paraphrase it if you want. What you're able to do is to make a portfolio. We're going to make a portfolio making, and make sure it should be neat and clean. So the more creativity, the more the highest score. So the instruction here is expected in the portfolio. So it is listed in the order that the your portfolio should be organized. So it should have a title page, a table of contents, portfolio essay, and even your final draft. So I want you to create your own portfolio, and it should be creative. So hopefully you you acquire the knowledge about the poetry, and hopefully that it helps your writing abilities to improve, develop, as well as your vocabulary development. So our discussion should be end here. So see you tomorrow, class, and goodbye.